All right, vamos a grabar la clase. So let's start seated for a moment and we'll start thinking about our low back. So you don't need to be up on a prop. Oh, I know I'm forgetting something here. Let's see. Let's make this the spotlight video. Eso. Okay. And so we're gonna start just seated. I'm gonna sit on my blanket here and pretend that I'm Dorothy. Oh, I should close this too. This will get awkward. It's a Friday. All right. So just while we're sitting here, go ahead, put your legs in a cross-legged position and put your hands on your hips. And I want you to feel the position of your hip bones. And we're going to actively let the front of your pelvis, this pubic bone, move down so that you kind of lengthen out your low back just while you're sitting, right? And then once you feel your low back has lengthened out, this might create a little tension in the hips. I want you to put your belly, your navel, your ombligo adentro. So pull that in, and you might feel once the belly starts to firm up, there's a little less pressure on the hips. So hold on to that for just a moment, and then take a bit and just start rocking the weight, just a little bit forward, a little bit back, seeing if you can feel your abdominal muscles begin to fire. Good. And then as you do, let's try to pull your elbows back just a little, so when the spine gets long, your columna larga, that's a long spine, then I want you to feel your shoulder blades start to pull right over your hips. Good. And we're going to take this just one more time. And then let's pull our arms all the way into a little cactus shape. Let the forearms stretch forward and down and then right back up. So taking that just a few times. Good. Moviendo los antebrazos. Those are your forearms, los antebrazos. Good. So then let's hold here in this little cactus shape, and then you're going to pull one elbow, un codo abajo, un codo arriba. So one elbow up and then the other elbow down as you stretch. So this is a low back stretch because you're laterally stretching. So these músculos, these muscles in between your ribs and your hips are stretching. So beginning here, one codo abajo, otro codo arriba. Good. All right. And then I want us to pause sitting up. Take two arms up for a moment and just lightly kind of pump the arms. So you just feel the upper arm bones, your los humeros are moving up and down. And then let's exhale and create a twist right there across your belly. Inhale and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, twist, activating the abdominal wall mientras girando while you're twisting. Good. And then from here, we're going to pause, bring your hands behind the head, pull your head back. And when your head comes back, pull your lumbar spine in and even a little forward. So you've created some arch here in your back. Good. And then let's take, and now you're going to stretch lado y lado. You're going side to side, moviendo las costillas. So what's important about this movement is that you feel the belly muscles are supporting the weight of your head. Están apoyando, sosteniendo el peso de la cabeza. Good. So now from here, I want you to rotate once again, lado y lado. Good, 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 good. Just getting a deep twist and feeling the top of your head sobre your coccyx, over the coccyx. Muy bien. And then from here, let's pause with the arms up. Unfold the two legs for just a moment. Your heels can be right next to each other. So you're going to open the arms, open the legs. Good. And we'll take this just a couple of times. Brazos arriba y brazos abajo. That's arms up, arms down. And then same thing. Piernas arriba, piernas abajo. Good. So now I want you to pause with your legs open. Slide one leg. This is my right leg coming forward. I want you to fold over that leg and then exhale, sit up. So we're going to doblamos. You're going to fold over the leg exhale, sit tall. Good, letting the arms sweep and move forward. And then exhale, arriba. One more time. And then exhale up. So now rotate towards that leg. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, rotamos otra dirección. You're going to rotate the other way. Good. A la derecha. A la izquierda. Good. Trying to let the legs relax here. Good. And then we'll sit all the way up. Nos sentamos arriba. Then change the position of your two legs. And then you're going to take that same stretch again. So move your lumbar spine toward your thigh, right? Good. And then from here, you're going to take a little rotation, reaching towards the outside of one foot and then towards the other. Inhaling up, exhale, twisting, inhale, and exhale, girando. Let's do that one more time. Girando. Good. And then from here, let's take your two legs out for a moment, but we're going to soften both knees. So now pull your belly in and let the arms come down. Inhale, inspiramos, nos sentamos arriba. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, floating down. Good. And the way you make this not about your low back, really anchor your weights in your two sitting bones. And then scoop the belly in and you'll really feel the abdominal wall connect. You're gonna pull the ribs down and then inhale, come up. You can even open the arms here. Pull the ribs down and exhale. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Good, inhale, this time sitting up. I'm taking my right arm down. Feel free to mirror me. And so I've just come to stack my two legs. Now I'm going to lift my top knee down and up. Arriba, abajo, con la rodilla encima. So with the knee on top, lift and lower. Bajamos, subimos. Good. And now your ankle. This is a smaller movement. Lifts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all, give me just 1 second. I got it. Give me 1 second. I don't like the sound of that. Just 1 second. We're okay. Sorry. She's okay. It was just a bad sound. Oh, she's okay. All right, exhale. So you're lifting this top leg down and up. Now the whole leg is going to lift this time. So you'll exhale, come up 5.
Do you need to start your recording?
I think I just left it going, I think. Yeah. This is just janky. We're at home. This is yoga at home. Good. So see if you can exhale and lift this leg up. Thank you, guys. She just sounded like she hurt herself, but I got the thumbs up from Dad that Bronwyn is A-okay. All right, so now holding this leg up, stretch it forward, bend the knee, and then stretch it back. So inhale, come up, exhale, stretch forward, inhale, and exhale, reach back. Inhale, forward, exhale, extend, and exhale, reach back, coming all the way up, extending, bending the knee, reaching the leg back. Good. This time, hold the leg forward and take the leg down and up for 5, 4. It's right here. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee. Exhale, stretch the leg behind you, down and up. 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Bending this knee. This is a nice hip and low back stretch. So before we shift sides completely, I want you to just let your hips come down and up. So you're kind of shifting your side here, letting the rib cage lengthen and shorten, letting the waist lengthen and shorten. So now this leg that's on top, take it back behind you for a moment, and then I want you to reach your rib cage forward and back. So we're just beginning with a little dynamic stretch, estirando las costillas adelante y atrás, stretching your ribs adelante, forward, and back, atrás. Good. So now let's pause. You're going to just turn towards your back leg. Once again, another big stretch here. And then we're gonna exhale and twist the other way. And once again, you should feel a big stretch there in the psoas area and in the lumbar. Okay, excellent. So now try picking up that foot, taking it over, and then we're gonna try all of this on the other side. If you make that transition without using your hands, estamos cocinando con aceite de oliva. That means we are cooking with olive oil. So now this top knee, la rodilla encima se mueve arriba y abajo. So top knee down and up. Good. And now your top ankle, tobillo, tobillo, tobillo comes down and up. Super bien. I hear no more tears, so that's a good thing. Exhale, subiendo la pierna. You're lifting the leg, lowering the leg. Good. And now from here, you're going to hold it lifted, stretch and extend forward, bend the knee, reach it back, stretch and extend. So the knee comes forward, stretch, extend, and the knee comes back. Adentro, afuera, afuera, adentro. Good. Let's take this one more time. The legs stretching back, and then you're going to let it stretch forward. Good. And then hold and pulse 5, 4. So it feels right here and right here. 2 and 1. Very nice. Stretch the leg all the way behind you, and it's down and up. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice. So now from here, just setting that leg down. Practice a little dynamic rock of the hips. So I'm just letting this hip hike up, and exhale, it comes down. Arriba y abajo. Good. And then you're going to pick up that leg one more time. Good. Set it behind you. And same thing. You can rock this hip point forward and back. Adelante y atrás. Adelante y atrás. So hips are so unique. They're like snowflakes. No one set of hips is alike. Your right is not like your left necessarily. So just know your range of motion is going to be different based on how your hip is built. So now let's sit up for a moment and reach your ribs, lado y lado, just stretching. And again, these little movements should help us stretch our low back and our hips. Your low back in Spanish, la espalda inferior. Muy, muy bien. So now you're going to twist away from that leg. Big stretch. Good. Inhale, moving towards the leg. A big stretch here. Good. So now I'm going to turn my whole body towards the back leg and walk my sits bones down to the edge of my blanket. Inhale, move my lumbar spine forward. So what I mean is sometimes when we forward bend, we take our chest. And what you want to do is feel when you forward bend that your lumbar moves in. So everybody take a second and round your back here. This is not a bad thing. It's going to help us stretch our thoracic spine. Inhale, sit up, and now move your espalda inferior, your low back forward. So you're going to inhale, sit tall. Now exhale, round over, letting your head kind of come towards your knees. I'm getting a nice stretch here in between my shoulder blades. Now I'm going to inhale, sit up, and exhale, move the spine forward. So that one more time. Inhale all the way up. Now exhale, round. Now inhale, sit up, and exhale, stretch forward. It feels so good. We're going to do it one last time. Tapping your head down towards your knees, tucking under, and then you'll inhale, sit up, move the lumbar forward. So now we'll inhale, sit tall, and begin to round back slightly by scooping in por las abdominales. And then from here, I just want you to pulse. Pulses 3, 2, 1. Good. Now one arm reaches up, opposite arm comes towards the floor. Cambiamos la posición de los brazos. 2 y 1. Muy bien. 2 arms up, lowering down just a hair more. Right from the belly, pulse 3, 2, and 1. Now hold open the arms, abriendo las brazos afuera y adentro. So we'll move them abiertos brazos adentro, brazos abiertos, brazos cerrados. Good. So now we're going to just continue this lowering all the way down on a 5, on a 4, on a 3, on a 2, on a 1. Good. So now that we're here at the floor, go ahead, take your 2 arms for a moment alongside the ears. Keep your 2 knees bent. Raise your right knee and the left arm, and then let the arm come right back down. So left arm, right leg. Good. Brazo derecho, pierna izquierda. Brazo izquierdo, pierna derecha. Good. So you're just alternating here. We'll take that one more time. And then let's pause and hold. So take your 2 arms up, and I want you to reach that leg out. Y adentro, afuera, y adentro, afuera, y adentro, afuera, y adentro. Good. Pause. Change the position of the 2 legs. Change the position of the 2 legs. So we're going to go 5 and knitting your belly all the way in as you do this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the left leg stays down. Right arm left. 2 arms. Right leg out and in. We'll reach out and in. We'll reach afuera, adentro, afuera, adentro. Good. Hold. Now with your bottom shin, I want you to pick that left foot up off the floor just 1 inch. Now extend the shin bone. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Pause. Change the position of the 2 legs, and now the right shin bone extends. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Una pausa. Good. Bend the knee. Change the position of the legs. Now extend 2 shins. Down. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Feeling this deep in the belly. Change the position of the 2 legs. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold. Change the position of the 2 legs. It's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Pause with 2 legs up. Now bring your hands, las manos detrás de la cabeza. Bring your hands behind your head for just a moment. Inhale, take a big breath. Exhale, lift your head and chest. Now pull the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to exhale, create a little pulse. The pulse is about pulling your belly in and then lifting your head. So really feel this here. Navel draws deep and then the scapula comes up. Ombligo adentro mientras subiendo la escápula. Let's try 2 more. 2 y 1. Muy bien. So now from here, take a little pause. Bend the knees. Lower your head and chest. Take your arms into a little cactus shape, feeling a stretch. Subiendo por el pecho. And now let the knees move to the left, a la izquierda, y a la derecha. So letting the knees move right and then left. Right and then left. Try to squeeze the knees in. Bajamos y arriba. Bajamos y arriba. Bajamos y arriba. Bajamos y arriba. Good. So now you'll extend your 2 legs. Same thing. Let the legs travel a la izquierda y arriba. And then a la derecha y arriba. A la izquierda y arriba. A la derecha y arriba. Hold the legs to the left. Now let the bottom leg come down and up. This is your left leg. La pierna izquierda. We'll go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, y 2, y 1. Muy bien. Doblamos las rodillas y estiramos afuera. So now you're going to let that bottom leg come down and up. Esta es la pierna derecha. 6, y 5, y 4, y 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. Now from here, 2 legs back up. Turn your dedos gordos. Those are your big toes in. And now your heels, your talones. Dedos gordos, talones. Dedos gordos, talones. Dedos gordos, talones. Gordos, talones. Gordos, talones. Gordos, talones. So now pause here. Bend your two knees, hands behind the head. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Inhale, bajando. You're going to lower down, and now exhale, lift the head and chest once again. Bajando. Good. And now arriba. Last time, bajando. Y arriba. Good. Hold, and now a little pulse from the belly. 5. So that belly pulling in. 3, 2, y 1. Good. And then we're going to open the legs, abriendo las piernas. Exhale, subimos. Abriendo. And then exhaling to lift. So remember, the belly has to pull in, the ribs have to pull in to get the shoulder blades to come up, right? So that you're using los abdominales para hacerlo. Good. So now I want you to hold right here. Once again, a little pulse from the belly. Hold in and you lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold that lift. Beat the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs slightly, beat the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs slightly, beat the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lifting your head and chest, opening your arms to the side. Now the legs are going to travel to the right, maintaining this external rotation around and up on the left. Now the legs to the left, around and up on the right. Legs to the right, around and up on the left. Legs to the left, around and up on the right. Good. To the right, around and up, and to the left, around and up. Bring your big toes in. Place your feet on the floor just in line with your sitting bones. Arms are going to pull into your sides. Before we do anything here, I just want you to scoop your abdominals in. Feel your rib cage pulling down, and then lightly pick up your feet. 1 inch from the floor, and you're just going to tap, tap, tap like rain. Como la lluvia. En los piecitos, and your feet here. Good. And then your 2 arms are going to come up. Then the 2 hands are going to move alongside the fingers, the arms up. Good. Keep that tap, 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 tap. And then the arms floating down to your sides. Push your feet in. Lift the pelvis. Good. And now from here, lowering your pelvis all the way down. 3, 2, 1. Articulando la columna. So you really want to feel yourself as you lift, articulating the spine. Same thing as you lower, mientras bajando. So from your umbilico, pull in and feel each bit of vertebra move down towards the floor. And then take another breath. Inhale, inspirando, and then expirando, empujando por los piecitos through your feet to lift. Otra respiración. So inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Inhale and exhale, push through the feet and lift. One more time. Inhale and exhale, lowering those bones. So this time we're going to come up and push into the feet and lift your sitting bones. So take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take just your heels together. Same thing. Lift the sitting bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep your heels together and bring your toes also together and push and lift the sitting bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Pause. Take your toes together. Now your heels apart. Lift the sitting bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a little pause. Bring your feet all the way back in, and then exhale, scoop. Draw your belly in. Lift the legs over your chest, rocking your back. Estirando la columna. Good. Let's bring your hands up and interlace las manos detrás de la cabeza. And then exhale, lift up. This time you're going to rotate towards your right thigh as you extend the left leg out. Moviendo por el centro. So you're going to lower back down. And then exhale, extend your right leg as you rotate towards the left. Inhale. And exhale to reach. Esperando. Mientras girando. As you exhale, reach and rotate. Expira estira y rota. Good. Let's try that one more time. Can you hold, moving towards your left leg, and little pulses? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. Vamos a hacerlo. Otro lado. So now you're going to reach and rotate to the opposite side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bajando, lowering your head. Arms come up, your feet push in, you lift. Hold your elbows steady. Now raise the right knee. Tap that foot down and up. 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now the leg and arm, opposite arm for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold. Reach the arm and leg out and in. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Lowering that down, pushing into the feet. Let's try that opposite side. So your elbows are really going to tuck and pull in. Left knee over your left hip. Tap 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now the arm and the leg down and up together. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now the arm and leg out together, in together. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Lowering, pushing into the feet, scooping, lifting your hip bones, your sitting bones, and then exhale, lowering all of that back down. Let's bring your knees over the chest once again. Las manos al lado de los tobillos. You'll bring your hands to your ankles. Let's exhale, just lift your head for a moment. And as you do that, really scoop your belly in and exhale, rock up. See if you can find yourself on your sits, your isquiones. Good, so bajamos otra vez and exhale, we lift. Let's try that 2 more. Bajando, good, metiendo la espalda. This is again, great thing for your back to give a little rock and then up. Very nice. Last time, rock, good, and then up. Let's extend your right leg, extend the left leg. Come to sit tall for a moment. So bring your hands under your shoulders for Dandasana, staff pose. So push and lift so that the legs, particularly the thighs, push down and the top of the head reaches up and out. So you're getting kind of a right angle here. And then the arms can, shoulder blades squeeze together, chin moves in. Good, and then we're gonna inhale, take your arms, reach them out. And then exhale from here, scoop your belly in and begin to roll all the way to the floor. Now, if this is very hard for you, put your small weights in your hands, and that's gonna help. So inhale, take another breath, and then exhale, subiendo la cabeza, los hombros, las costillas, la espalda inferior. Good. And then from here, raise your right leg, take it down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that leg down. Left leg lifts. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. I want you to lift the right leg again, bend the knee, and reach it out. So you're just going out and back, out and back, out and back, out and back. Hold the knee bent, sit tall, and exhale, bajando. You're gonna roll all the way down to the floor. Good. Inhale and exhale, lifting your head, your shoulders, shoulder blades, rib cage, lumbar, sacrum, tailbone comes up. Good. So now you're going to take the right leg, stretch it out. Same thing with the left, out and back. We'll go 5 and 4, just working your quadricep, working the hip flexor. 2 and 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead, hold the knee bent, inhale, pull the lumbar spine in, and then exhale, scoop into the belly, Mientras bajando, 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 while you're lowering all the way to the floor. Inhale. And exhale, lifting your head, shoulder blades, coming all the way back up. And now you're going to take your two heels together and your toes apart. Lift your right heel, el talón derecho, and then you're going to beat it into the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point the toe, reach it towards your ankle, then the knee. Tobillo, rodilla, tobillo, rodilla, tobillo, rodilla. Hold the foot there, and then you're going to exhale at the knee, and then you're going to exhale and roll all the way to the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, estirando totalmente. Arriba, 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 arriba. Good. So now the right leg comes out. Try that same thing with the left. You're going to lift it. Beat the left heel into the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then toe to ankle. Dedo talón. Right. All right. And then from here, you're going to pause. Sit up tall as best you can. Once again, bajando 5 y 4, lowering all the way to the floor. Remembering holding weights if that's better for you. Inhale. And exhale, lifting your head, your chest, shoulder blades, rib cage. Very nice. So now pick up 2 feet. Take your hands under your ankles, and you're going to exhale, just lift the feet a couple of times. 3, 2, and 1. Now take your heels together, toes apart, pull your elbows back to your sides, and then scoop your belly in and rock back. And exhale, come up. Now clicking the heels together 3 times and barking like your favorite barnyard animal, making a sound. Or quack, 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 quack. And then exhale, coming down, beating the heels. And then coming all the way back up. Can we try that again? Beating the heels. I know you all in the privacy of your own homes are there making lots of animal sounds. Am I right? Can I see thumbs? It's happening. 1, 2, 3. And then exhale, bajando otra vez. 1, 2, 3. Good. So let's come all the way up. This time, from this position, I'm going to turn towards the computer screen. Let my right leg go out to the side. So another little hip stretching moment. So just right leg out to the side. Left leg is still folded in. And I want you to play with your ribs. Right? So you're going to take your costillas, lado y lado. And now you can stretch towards that leg, right back up. As you stretch towards it, hold the opposite arm underneath you. You can reach away. Good. So toward, and now away, and now toward, and now away. Last time, toward, good, and now away. Excellent. So you notice you feel the obliques on this side as you reach away from the extended leg. Good. Take a second here. Opposite hand to ear. Ooh, really stretch your neck. Let your head come down, stretching towards the floor. Inhale, take a little pause. And exhale, bring that leg in, stretch and reach the opposite leg. Same thing with the ribs. So just shift side to side. Notice as your ribs move towards the extended leg, you'll feel more stretch through the inner thigh. Bring it there. Good. And then let's pull that bottom arm underneath you as you stretch towards the leg and then reaching away. So stretching towards and estirando afuera, reaching out. Estirando a la pierna y estirando afuera. Good. One more time here. Good. And then from here, just a little pause. See if you can now take the opposite leg. We've got 2 legs out. Good. And another little stretch for the hips. Now, if this starts to feel like it's too much, sit on something. like a little prop or a small stool or chair, an ottoman would work, right? Just make sure you make this manageable for your hips. Okay, so we're gonna come all the way up. Go ahead, bring your hands back behind the head. Open the chest. Good, and then once again, reaching your ribs towards one side and then towards the opposite side. Good, you can take this just a few times. Good, and now sitting tall, reach opposite ribs to thigh. So I'm gonna take this set of ribs towards my opposite thigh. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Good, so we're gonna add on to this. The arms come up, they reach out. The arms come up, they reach out. Brazos arriba y afuera. Good, so brazos arriba, and then out last time. Arriba y afuera. Good, inhale, sitting up. Exhale, pull your knees in. I'm gonna take my right hand, my back hand, away from the computer screen and come onto all fours for a moment. So in this all fours position, again to move la cadera atrás. Move the hips back. La cadera atrás. Good. And while you're doing this, I want you to visualize your lumbar spine, right? And keep the lumbar spine steady and stable as your hips are moving, right? The femur bones are really the thing that's coming forward and back. All right, so let's hold on this next round down. And I want you to lift your left arm, reach it out, tap it back, reach it out, pull it back, reach it out, almost like you were starting a lawnmower, but you want to feel the glutes, the hips stay right where they are. So that one more time, then change the direction, the arm comes out, and you pull back, out, and back. I see, Dorothy, you needed that sweatshirt again. She's showing off. Good, 2 and 1. Good, inhale, let that weight move a little bit further back, and now pull your arms to your sides. Take 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. A little pause, hands underneath you, lift your 2 hips, take a big stretch up, release your neck. All right, and then from here, really take a second, bend the knees, send the hips, the thighs up, and then reach your heels away from the toes as you lengthen now to the backs of the legs. Good, and then let's see about taking your left leg and lifting it up. Good, and then tapping it right back down. So you're gonna exhale, lift, and then tap. Lift, and then tap. Do 2 more, lift, and tap. Good, and then hold. Bend and straighten the knee, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now the bent knee, we're gonna bring it forward so it comes to the outside of your left hand. Lower the hips, big stretch. Exhale, reach the hips back. So you'll lower the hips, 2 and 3. Big stretch here, yes? Through the psoas, through both sides. Exhale, pressing back. Last time, lower the hips. Good, and then exhale, press back. In this press back, I want you to take this hip bone and reach it in opposition to your head. So you're gonna kind of reach that hip back and in. Good, and then from here, we're gonna pivot through the feet, come around to the other side. Now my front leg, I'm gonna pull it back into a down dog. So now we're gonna try that whole sequence with the right leg facing the computer screen or whatever leg you didn't do. So you're gonna exhale and lift 5. Exhale, lifting 4. Exhale, lifting 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold the leg lifted, bend and straighten the knee. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Now you're gonna hold the knee bent, bring it right next to the outside of your front foot, reaching the hip back, getting a good stretch. Now let that knee come down, head lifts, so as stretch. Exhale and push back. So we'll inhale as we lower down. Oh. And then exhale as we push back. Couple more, hips down, head coming up, and exhaling to press back. Last time, hips down. Good. And then from here, you're gonna hold this stretch up. Try to reach that back heel into the floor. Try to take your hip bone back. Good, and slightly in. Can take your head sort of in opposition to the leg. And then from here, once again, pivoting to the back of your mat, hold here for a moment, letting your head go, your neck go completely, a wide leg forward bend. Good, you can bend one knee, straighten the knee, bend the knee, straighten the knee. And then you're gonna exhale, bring yourself all the way into standing position. And voila, let's go ahead and grab our weights. We need to pin back the old hair. Muy bien, pesas. Pesas. Good, so let's take a second. Drop your tailbone towards your heels. Feel yourself standing tall. And then you're gonna let the knees bend and then come right up into standing. So knees are gonna bend up into standing. Good. Once again, thighs back, chest stays open. Good, and then from here, pull one arm in, right back down, pull the opposite arm in, right back down. So just feel individually how your muscles are experiencing the movement. Good, 2 elbows together, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Go ahead now, stretch right arm out, pull it in, left arm out and in, right arm out and in, left arm out and in, 2 arms, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Exhale, bring your weights in, come to stand tall. Take your arms up. Now just the right arm is gonna come up, down, right back up. Good. Take this full range of motion, go really slow as the weight lowers. Good. Take it the other way. Good. Just feeling the whole sort of system of your joints. Just let that arm stay up. Try this same movement with the opposite arm. Good. And then we're gonna shift the direction there. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Exhale, come right back down, holding your weights in. Stretch your right arm out and in. Left arm out and in. Right arm out and in. Left arm out and in. The right arm goes out. It circles 3, 2, 1. It circles the other way. 3, 2, and 1. The arm pulls in. Opposite arm out. Circles 3, 2, 1. Other way. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Hold your 2 weights and now pulse lightly through the thighs for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So now hold the thighs, arms out, 5, arms out, 4, arms out, 3, arms out, 2, arms out, 1. Hold, circle the weights, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, pull the weights in. Standing tall, step your 2 feet wide, a little bit wide. Good. And now from here, continue to hold the weights and just let the thighs move down and up, down and up. Muslos abajo y arriba. Good. Good. So now we're going to hold the down. Hold your weights, bring them forward. Exhale, stretch and reach. Take 5. Exhale, lifting 4. Exhale, lifting 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Lowering the weights, the right arm circles, letting the bicep do the leading. 3 and 2 and 1. Other way. 5 or 3, 2 and 1. Very nice. Opposite arm out and reaching. 3, 2 and 1. Other way. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. So now holding here, just a moment. Turn one set of toes. Use my right toes out. Bend the knee. Arms pull in. 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 Hold this knee bent. Arms up and down back to that T shape. Arms up and down. Keep the knee opening. Arms up. Good. And then from here, hold. Elbows reach back. They reach right back up. So you'll take 3 and 2 and 1. Hold the weights where they are. Lift the heel. Pulse. 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take the heel. Turn it in. Weights pull in. Good. Opposite toes turn out. Good. So you're going to open the weights as you bend the knee. Here we go. Take another 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Hold the weights, come out. The weights move up. 3 and 2 and 1. I feel like we have 2 more of these. If I'm being honest, is that true? Head nods. 2 and 1. Good. Hold. Now your forearms back. 5. Sí, antebrazos atrás. 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Muy bien. Hold the weights up. Lift the heel. Pulsing. 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Opposite set of toes. Turn out. Your 2 knees bend. Weights in front of your chest. Now you're going to bend the knees, extend a weight to one side and up. Good. So you're crossing your midline here. Good. Back to your center and in. Afuera, adentro. Afuera. Good. So let's hold this bend. Circle the weight there in the arm. 3, 2, 1. Other way. 3, 2, and 1. The weight comes back in. You straighten the opposite side. Circling. 3, 2, 1. Otra dirección. 3 y 2 y 1. Good. Exhale. Pausing here. 2 heels and down. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's set our weights down in front of us. Good. Lift one heel and pulse again through the hips. 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Opposite side. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 heels. Pulsing. 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Exhale, release. Another good low back stretch here. Turn your 10 toes in. Opposite hand to elbow. Y relajamos. Relax. You relax. And inspiramos mirando arriba. You're going to look all the way up. Now turn one set of toes using my right toes. I'm turning them out. And I'm going to bring myself over that leg into a Trikonasana. Good, so that top arm can do what it's going to do. You might like bringing it overhead. Reaching it out back behind you. Good. And then exhale, bringing it right back down. And from here, you might want to turn those toes in, slowly walk yourself to the other side, opposite toes, turn out. Good. And then from here, bringing yourself up into a Trikonasana, making sure you're going to reach this hip back. Good. And then be a little exploratory with that top arm. Good. Stretching, reaching now all the way towards this leg. Turn the back toes in to face it. Good, and you can again rock your hips a little bit so that top, this right hip, or the hip that's in front, let it rock up and then rock down. Rock up and then rock into a more neutral position. Rock up and then down. Good, and maybe you can hold that big stretch for your opposite leg. Okay, Linda, are you ready? Here we go. Bend the back knee. And then you're going to walk that foot across your mat and then lower down. Good. So right here, I'm going to just come and stretch here for a moment in a little pigeon pose. Good. And let the hips kind of, again, if your body is really rejecting the pose, put a little slow dance in it. Let the hips rock side to side. And then from here, let's kind of retrace our steps. So push your hands down, lift the hips, lift the knees. And then you'll pivot around to the front of your mat, and we'll try this same stretch, other side. So the first thing I want you to do is get comfortable in your Parsvottanasana. So think about your hips reaching one way and then your head reaching in opposition. And that gets a big, big, deep stretch into my hips. And then from there, think about your back hip, or the hip that's now facing the computer screen closer. Let it lift and let it lower. Let it lift, let it lower. Good, and then you can slowly start to walk that foot across your mat. So the front foot walks towards the computer, and then the back knee bends. Right, so if all you did was come here for a moment. This is a good journey. Remember, getting into the pose is part of the practice. So now I'm gonna reach my front foot back. Discover a little pigeon if your hips feel really tight. See if you can do a little slow dance. Very nice. And then last little thing we'll do is just kind of retrace our steps. So curl the back toes under. And then from there, lift your hips. And then from there, lift the back knee and straighten the legs. Good. And then we're gonna just pivot, pivot, pivot. Now this back foot, my right foot, is gonna come next to my left, and I'm gonna lower down. And I'm gonna slowly, slowly, slowly bring myself to the mat. Open my arms out to a T shape. And then let the knees fall side to side. So again, hopefully you're feeling a little stretch in your psoas. Mientras moviendo lado y lado. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and let your right ankle come to your left thigh. El tobillo derecho al muslo izquierdo. Rocking, meciendo la espalda lado y lado. Good. Y cambiamos la posición de los pies. Good. So change the position of your two legs, your 2 feet here. Y otra vez meciendo la espalda. Good. And then find a position that will feel nice to you, anything at all, where you can just take a few deep breaths before going back into our regular lives. Bueno, las vidas cotidianas. Let your breath come easy in and out of your nose por la nariz. Y debajo del ombligo, below your navel. And then from here, slowly, when you feel ready, rock your toes in and out. And take the arms up, big stretch. Y las piernas sobre el pecho, your legs over your chest. And then giramos, you're gonna rotate, pull over to one side. And push up. Let's come all the way into seated position. Bueno. Todo el mundo, tu práctica es un regalo. Your practice is a gift. Gracias y disfruta el resto de la noche. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your night. Namaste.
Thanks, Elizabeth.